video game show. It's a video game show. It's not a game show about videos. It's a video game show.
And welcome to the GamerCast Network video game show for Friday, March 2nd, 2007. I'm Chad, and joining me this evening, this time when I say your name, tell me your favorite video game sound effect. Keith?
The bicycle kick from Liu Kang from Mortal Kombat.
Ivan?
I think mine is probably Street Fighter. The Hadouken! Yeah, that one. That's cool. I like that one because it sounds cool. Yeah.
Bob?
Not sure if this was the game, but I'm pretty sure the sound of the people screaming in Populous. Like when you were a god and you would destroy them.
Sitting in with us this week is our great forum moderator, Duff.
I'll probably have to go with that constipated sound Yoshi makes when he puts out an egg.
Oh, that's an odd favorite.
I always liked the opening of the Sonic games when they came over with the Sega thing. You know, Sega! I always liked that. And in GamerCast Network community news, be sure to check out Uncle Gamer Radio episode number 20 featuring Jay from Skeptical Gaming. From Podtacular this week, you get a triple feature, Pod TV episode 7 and episodes 103 and 102 from Podtacular. All featuring heads exploding like plasma grenades, Halo 3 tidbits, and tales from the foxhole. Finally, go check out Gamertag Radio episode number 88 with interviews featuring Dave Taylor from 360 Zine and Ryan McCaffrey from the official Xbox magazine. And one final quick reminder about the Emilio captioning contest. Go check out the video game show homepage at www.gamercastnetwork.com/VGS for all the details.
Next topic.
So, Duff, how is the Gears of War tournament for the GamerCast Network? How's that? How you guys doing with that?
It's going pretty good. First round was a little rough. We had quite a few no-shows, but as soon as we kind of ironed out the no-shows, I think people worked together pretty well and got their stuff done. They're just waiting on us to finish our second round match now, and then hopefully by the end of the weekend move to the third round and probably be done within the next 2 weeks.
How many teams are left?
Right now I want to say there is roughly 30 people left in it, because we got a loser's bracket and a winner's bracket going.
What would you do differently if you could do it again?
I think I'd make it a little more structured. We try to be very lenient with people and let them make their own schedules and whatnot, and it just created too much havoc, leaving too much up to the participants. So I'd definitely be a little more structured, both in how we run it and who we allow to sign up for it, because we had like 25 no-shows for the first round.
Next topic.
Okay, so let's talk about the Sony PlayStation Network and some rumors that are out there about the Sony PlayStation Network.
Sony has a network?
They're rumored to have a network, Sony PlayStation.
For the past couple weeks, Sony's Phil Harrison had been saying that gamers would be very happy next week come the GDC conference. There's going to be a big announcement. And on the NeoGAF forums, someone had posted a rumor of a potential thing called PlayStation Home. The system is going to be basically a combination of Xbox Live and Nintendo's whole Me concept. You're going to make yourself a little virtual avatar. And when you make a little virtual avatar, you're going to be given a virtual house. So now, when you go play your games and you do your tasks like, kill your 1,000 guys or play Resistance for your 100th time.
Or actually afford to buy a system.
Achievement unlocked. PlayStation turned on.
You're going to unlock achievements. And supposedly you're going to be getting these items which you can decorate your house with. Think of it like having trophies in your house.
You get to hang a Berserker head on the wall or something, because that'd be sweet.
So they've combined the Mii's from Nintendo and the achievements from the Xbox, and they're calling it innovation. Correct?
This is a totally original thing by Sony.
Let me see if I have this straight, because I don't think this is very kosher.
Well, there's going to be something else added to this. Supposedly, the rumor was you're also going to be able to have text and audio and video. You kind of decorate your house and have some kind of social networking, kind of like,
Decorate your house with audio? That I want to see.
We know of a game where you can actually go and decorate your own stuff with, nice content for the kiddies out there. It's called Second Life.
Like purple phalluses?
Yes.
Flying purple phalluses?
Yes. Flying
Giant
purple phallus.
Flying purple phallus.
One-eyed, one-horned. Flying purple phalluses.
So those were the rumors that had been spreading around. And at first, everyone was like, okay, this sounds like a plausible thing, but whatever. And so one site that was going to run with this rumor was Kotaku. And before they ran with this rumor, they actually have a relationship with Sony. Like, they got some dev kits and that kind of stuff.
Well, they needed to give them to somebody.
Nobody else wanted them.
So before Kotaku ran with the story, they went to the Sony and said, hey, can you comment on this? And Sony's PR guys came back and said, we would prefer you not to run with that story.
Yeah, don't let any good news out.
Well, Kotaku, being a site that reports on rumors and stuff, reported on this rumor.
Go figure.
Who would have thought?
And then Kotaku apparently got an email message from everyone's favorite PR guy at Sony.
Uncle Cracker.
Uncle Cracker.
Oh, yeah.
Cracker.
Please, good sir, stop using that. Take that off your site now. Cease this tomfoolery.
And because they ran with the story, Cracker said, we're going to cut you off in terms of exclusive content and all that kind of stuff.
Blade gonna cut you.
Cut him.
And there was a whole blow-up all over the interwebs. Joystick, Kotaku, they all were like, hey, this isn't very cool, Sony.
And Kotaku didn't care because their site saw a 10 million hit increase.
And then I think someone at Sony realized that they need Kotaku more than Kotaku needs Sony. Because Kotaku and Sony made up.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, they hugged it out. Hug it out. Hug it out.
All that for still something that doesn't make it worth buying.
What do you
Congratulations.
do to get blackballed by Sony?
I mean, seriously, what do we have to do to get blackballed by Sony? Because we're trying. In fact, here's another song by Rainmaker.
GamerCast Network.
GamerCast Network.
Don't want your PS3. Hey Sony, can't you see? At first they were so hard to find. Now you're screwing Europeans from behind, taking away their reverse compatibility. I'm sticking with the 360. No PS3 for me. No PS3 for me. Don't need your Blu-ray. Just make the games. That's why we came. You bastards want too much for them. Take out the crap I don't need and we'll talk again. Leave our friends at Kotaku.com alone. Oh man, you guys got owned. No PS3 for me. No PS3 for me. It's pretty sad. Sales must be bad. The devs won't make your game. Perhaps one day you'll remember your name. Begins with play. Until that day, no PS3 for me. No PS3 for me. No PS3 for me.
GamerCastNetwork.com.
Next topic.
3 years ago, there was a company called Immersion who had patents on rumble technology. And they actually sued Sony because rumble technology that Sony used in their DualShock controllers was very similar to their patents. Immersion had sought $300 million in damages, and they wanted Sony to stop selling all the DualShock controllers. The courts at the time found in favor of Immersion, found that Sony was indeed at fault. And they ordered Sony to pay $90 million and stop selling their products. Well, Sony immediately appealed that.
Of course, any sane person would.
The judge stayed the whole thing, and it was kind of in a state of limbo up until a couple days ago when Sony and Immersion have reached an agreement.
800 truckloads of money.
Gold.
I hope you have a forklift.
Here's the agreement. Sony has to pay Immersion $150 million.
Oh my god.
But in return, Sony can use Rumble technology in anything, in any of their
dude.
products.
Sure, you
But-
just
I'm gonna
paid
be like,
$150 million.
Go ahead.
Rumble
I wasn't going
away.
to do anything with that.
But Rumble's last generation. Why do we need it now?
Yes, here's the real funny thing, is when the PlayStation 3 came out, none of the controllers had Rumble technology in them. And everyone at the time who saw the lawsuit and this said, oh, well, it obviously isn't there because of this lawsuit. When Sony came out and said, no, it's not the lawsuit. You know, Rumble is last gen. We're trying to save the consumers money. The rumbling doesn't work with the whole 6-axis motion thing.
I only hit you because you made me angry. How else are you going to learn? I hit you out of love.
This hurts me more than it hurts you. Okay, it just really kind of hurts you.
So if Sony is to be believed, we won't be seeing Rumble in the PS3. However, I'm guessing now that the lawsuit's been settled, and gamers actually have asked for Rumble in the PS3 controllers.
Well, right, because now they can be like, well, responding to our consumers like we always do. Because we at Sony are awesome.
By selling you $70 new controllers.
Yeah, they'll be more expensive.
Because I got to pay a $150 million lawsuit.
Next topic.
Oh, death is always funny, especially with the elderly and young.
This isn't the elderly, this isn't the young, this is the Asians.
Even better.
It's just always with the Asians.
I mean, I don't know how many of you know this, but last week was a big holiday season in China. It was the Chinese New Year. And this year is,
You're the pig.
in China, when they have these New Year's festivities, usually they have a week off of work. Everything shuts down. There was a 26-year-old Asian who was living in Jinzhou.
Not anymore, I bet.
Emphasis on was.
He decided to take upon himself a 7-day straight gaming marathon session. He was a big online player. At the end of his session, he collapsed and died.
Don't they all?
He ran out of health.
Owned.
Asian needs food badly.
That Asian is about to die.
Yes, that was the other thing, is he was a very large Asian. He was about 330, 350 pounds.
That's a big dude.
And half as tall. That'd be fun.
It's like a little Samoan wrestler. I don't know why Samoan wrestlers look like that in my head, but they do.
And how big are Samoan wrestlers that 350 pounds
dude.
is small?
Samoans can be pretty big.
Next topic.
Keith,
Yes, that is I.
in one of your Factor Craps, your nipples truly foresaw the future. Remember a long time ago you had a Factor Crap talking about an ongoing Halo comic.
Right on.
It was a crap at the time, but actually, at the New York Comic Con last week, Marvel announced there's going to be an ongoing Halo comic.
Oh, nipples. Why couldn't you tell me my day was going to be so bad today?
Because this time Microsoft drove a truckload of money up to Marvel to make us some Halo comics.
The first arc of the comic is going to be done by Brian Michael Bendis and Alex Maleev, who are actually...
Wow.
Yeah, it's going to be very high profile.
My boy, the Spider-Man guy.
Yes, he was on it. He does Ultimate Spider-Man. Right now, there isn't very much details on it. There's very tight PR controls from Bungie and MS, so...
My nipples are mystical, magical things.
Are they glowing now?
No, but they sometimes twirl.
Twirl?
Yes. They spin like a barbershop pole.
And view the forums from last week's show, and you can get a good picture of the nipples of clairvoyance.
Next topic.
The XXX FPS. According to the publisher of this game, XXX first-person shooter for Windows, it is called Sex Station 7. It's a value price game at $20.
Better be.
Here's the plot of the game. You are Special Agent Dylan Owens of the Genetic Development Ministry. At Secret Research Facility Station 7, they are conducting experiments to breed the alpha female. However, contact has been lost with Station 7 and you have to investigate.
Have to go. I mean, find them.
If you should succeed and discover what was wrong, you will be rewarded with never-ending waves of cyber babes to serve you. From their overview on their website, if you should fail, it could mean a lifetime of masturbation to pictures of your naked grandmother.
That's kind of vile.
So what do you do? Just do these chicks go berserk, and you have to just like shoot all the berserk naked chicks?
Okay. I didn't research this one that heavily because I didn't buy the game. So if you want to go buy it, and
Oh, you can actually buy it.
it's there, yeah.
Oh, dude, it's you're holding a Why would you? Oh, God. Emilio
Hey.
dropped dead about 5 minutes ago, dude. I don't think you noticed. He's not taking a nap.
He's frothing at the mouth, just violently spasming.
A positively dreadful-looking game on... I mean, just if you want to take a step back and ignore everything else and just look at the technical aspects of it, it's horrible. Oh, God.
It's a value game. It's a value game.
There's no value in this game.
Next topic.
We talked about how John Edwards has a campaign headquarters in Second Life for his 2008 presidential candidate bid. On Monday, February 26th, his campaign headquarters was attacked.
Sure, this story doesn't involve penises, because I'm pretty sure that's where it's going.
I will give you the quote. This is from John Edwards' presidential candidate blog.
Oh God, there are penises everywhere. Oh God.
It's horrible.
Shortly before midnight on Monday, February 26th, a group of Republican Second Life users, some sporting Bush 08 tags, vandalized the John Edwards Second Life HQ. They plastered the area with Marxist-Leninist posters and slogans, a feces spewing obscenity, and a photoshopped picture of John in blackface. All the while harassing visitors with right-wing nonsense and obscenity-laden abuse of Democrats in general and John in particular. And if you go to one of those links, yes, you can see the feces spewing obscenity.
Oh, sweet.
Oh.
And look at the rainbow penis monster. There is a penis.
There is one penis.
Although the blogger did say, the guy who runs the site, he took the names of the offenders, photos, and transcripts of the chat logs, and he refiled.
And their account is suspended for 3 days.
Well, he filed a report with Linden Labs in hopes they investigate.
They probably won't do anything. I mean, the game's freeform.
But dude, if they had to investigate every incident of
Flying penises?
flying penises, feces spewing obscenity, they would be busy forever.
I like the quotes. Vegeta, what does the scouter say about his power level? It's over 9,000! Exclamation, exclamation, 111, and then the word 1 spelled out with an exclamation point after it.
Oh, that was funny. We're dorks.
Next topic.
So, last March in Oregon, there was an incident at a motel. But two dudes got in a fight over a ring, which was used as a payoff for some hallucinogenic mushrooms. Then the two dudes got their posses together. In one, there was a 15-year-old kid. In the other group, there was a 20-year-old with a shotgun. The 20-year-old with a shotgun shot the kid 5 times.
Yeah, because
With
you
a
need to with a
shotgun?
shotgun.
Yeah, pretty
Is there
much,
anything left?
pretty much obliterating him, according to the story.
Why was
Nothing was
this?
left.
This is a video game death if I've ever seen one.
Nothing was left but a fine mist.
The defense attorney for the murderer is trying to argue his client wasn't able to distinguish fantasy from reality because he played games like Mortal Kombat and Grand Theft Auto.
And the mushrooms had nothing to do with it.
Nothing.
No.
The fact that he was in a posse whose job it was to sell drugs, and he carried a shotgun with him. Nothing
Well,
to
dude,
do.
come on. You know in the games when the person's dead and laying there, you keep kicking them or shooting them.
Threat neutralized.
Hostile spot.
Reloading.
Frag out.
Next topic.
Did anybody ever here see Bloodrayne? Vey Bull film?
Yes. Well, not all of it, but I've seen enough.
Have we seen that?
I've seen clips. Or
Then you've seen enough. You've probably seen too much as it is.
That bad, huh?
Oh, yes. Worse than my day, that movie is.
Well, do many of you know of what the Razzies are, or the Golden Raspberries? The movie awards for bad movies where they have, like, worst actor, worst film. Well, Bloodrayne was up for worst film, worst actress, worst supporting actor, who was Ben Kingsley, and worst director. Bloodrayne did not win any Razzies in any category.
Aw.
it wasn't quite good. I mean, what? It was too good?
Most of them went to Basic Instinct 2.
Okay.
At least that movie had boobs.
Oh, there was no nudity in Bloodrayne?
yeah.
Minimal. I think the Romanian whores that they hired to be Romanian whores make it for a few moments. But,
Hey, do you whores want to make some money? Well, yeah, we are whores.
The thing is, Vey Bull, actually, have you seen the...
Call him Ewy, because that's what it looks like his name should be pronounced
Ewy.
like.
Have you seen that trailer for Postal for his new Postal film? It's crap. I don't know how that guy gets backing or how he gets...
You think he would be like Jackie Chan in insurance companies? They just blackball him at some point. Just be like, that's it, you're done.
Guys, it's got Vern Troyer in it.
It does. Yeah, the thing is, the film actually has a couple known actors. It has the guy from Kids in the Hall.
Who keeps giving this guy money to do movies?
He is one of the few people who actually has sold his soul to the devil. That's how he keeps getting his backing, because there's no other way. That's the only thing that makes sense.
Yeah, he's attached with
Satan.
Got a movie coming out for the Dungeon Siege game.
Got a bunch of good people in it, like Jason.
It's gonna suck.
Yoda.
It's gonna suck.
Yeah. I remember seeing that list, and there were some decent guys in it. Like, who's in that? Oh wait, dude, it's got Jason Statham. It's got Ray Liotta, Ron Perlman, Burt Reynolds.
No, God, no. You're breaking it. You're ruining my things.
Claire Forlani, John Rhys Davies. Oh God.
Why?
He put in a bid for the Metal Gear Solid movie, and Kojima said absolutely not.
No, I'd rather not have my product ruined. Thank you.
His quote is, "It's impossible that we would ever do a movie with him."
Oh no! See, I'm not even going to joke about that one. that just won't happen.
Yeah. Kojima may be a little crazy with his whole diets and eating different councils and whatnot, but at least he isn't stupid enough to have you.
He's crazy. He's not insane.
Just wait till he does a Second Life movie.
He could do it. He could do it.
If you thought Postal was the most disgusting and perverted movie you've ever seen, Yui Bowl presents Second Life.
Giant purple.
Next topic.
Scarface on the Wii. So we know there's that whole game based on the movie Scarface for the PlayStation 2 and Xbox. Well, there's a Wii version coming out.
Starring Vern Troyer.
Is it for the Game Boy Micro? It's for the DS.
It's only a quarter of the length of the regular games. It'll take you 10 minutes to complete.
Say hello to my little friend.
The only real difference here is how you interact with the game. So you're going to have your maneuvering with the nunchuck as you drive around, walk around, all that kind of stuff. You're going to be shooting, pointing at the screen with the Wiimote and shooting with the guns. Now, the other thing here is Scarface has a mode where you can gesticulate and swear a lot in the game. You push a button and you got like all...
Good thing I have this swear button.
Yeah, it's something along those lines. Well, on the Wii version, instead of actually having a button, you're going to be gesturing at the screen with your Wiimote and your nunchuck.
I need more duct tape for my
family
middle finger.
fun.
This game needs camera support.
Grandma's sitting there flipping the bird at the screen.
Take that, you mother...
Next topic.
We know the Germans don't like them violent games. Well, they don't like violence.
No, not at all.
No, not the Germans.
So, DTP Entertainment, which is a publisher in Hamburg, Germany, has announced their newest adventure game. It is called So Blonde.
And blue-eyed.
Oh, nice. That was nice.
That was good. I like that.
Okay. So, from the press release. She is young, she is pretty, and she comes from rich parents. Sunny Blonde has little to worry about in life. Especially not today while she's on her luxurious Atlantic cruise with her parents. However...
Something goes horribly wrong, doesn't it?
Yes, as the ship passes the Bermuda Islands, the inevitable occurs, and the cruise ship is overwhelmed by the sea in a heavy thunderstorm. Sunny passes out, and when she comes to, she finds herself on an island covered with palm trees, all alone. Although she's not really alone, through some freak of time and space, she has been transported back several centuries to the age of pirates and buccaneers.
Sweet. German pirates. This could be cool.
I wish I could roll my R's like the dude from Rammstein.
Rammstein.
Because that would be funny right now, because that'd be the longest yar of any pirate ever.
Yar!
Yeah, I don't know many German pirates.
Achtung! Yar! Do you know many regular pirates? I mean...
Anyways, 2 draws to this game. First off, it's written by the writer of the Broken Sword Adventure series, which is apparently a very good series of games. Haven't played it, don't know. And from the company itself, gamers will not only be faced with adventure and puzzling riddles, but will see the protagonist grow from a rich, spoiled luxury girl to a courageous survivor.
With hairy legs.
Is there a reason why she would have hairy legs?
Well,
she's German.
And they didn't really shave back in the times of pirates, unless you're going to shave with, like, a cutlass.
Next topic.
Blizzard now has a service where through a site you can type in a World of Warcraft player's name and see all the information about the character. His skill levels, his profession, what he's currently equipped with, and you can also get guild rosters and all that kind of stuff.
Keith, what's your guy's name? Oot? Sorry, I just want to try it out.
The people who take part in the arena PvP stuff, they're saying now all of their characters' information is exposed to the whole world. So they can't really
form a strategy? Let me guess.
Yeah, I'd be kind of pissed if I was playing PvP and people knew what kind of armor I had.
Yeah, one of the things I remember seeing was like, well, if you just take off all your armor before you sign off and that kind of stuff, it's not going to show.
Oh, yeah. And then you forget,
because
charge into combat and, oh, wait, I forgot to put my rings back on.
Yeah, I mean, it even says he's got 3,207 health. I mean, that's a pretty good thing to know when you're doing PvP.
Yeah, say, oh, let's see what kind of armor he's wearing. Oh, it looks like he's vulnerable to cold. Let's hit him with cold spells.
Yeah, that's the whole thing, is they can form up a whole strategy now based on what...
I didn't know that the world of PvPing and MMOs was so cutthroat.
Yeah, 0 arcane fire and nature resistance. Those are the kind of damage I'm going to hit you with. And I won't even bother trying to hit you with shadows. Yeah, that's retarded.
I mean, for the people who just do PvE...
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they don't care at all, because...
Actually, no, some people did care. Some people did care because they were worried they wouldn't be grouped because people would know all about them and, like, say, hey, we don't want you because you're missing this.
Coming to the Frost Mountains and you have 0 frost resistance. We don't want you in the group.
I do, too, have frost resistance. I'm a dwarf.
Next topic.
I was going to say, does anyone want to talk up Crackdown a bit? Because I've been playing it for the past couple of days, and it really is a fun-as-hell game.
I've probably played it maybe like 2 hours total, but it's pretty much just Grand Theft Auto, but you're a super person. I wouldn't say you're a superhero. You're more like a Captain America than like a Superman. Only missions I've done have been accidentally. Like, I was just kind of running around town and happened to run in on the guy.
Last night I was playing, I was doing the agility orbs, just collecting them up, and I was leaping from rooftop to rooftop, and I landed on one facing the enemy evil bitch woman or something like that. And I was like, okay, I'll shoot you down, whatever, motor down.
It's just a fun...
I was playing with Chris.
That's the best way to describe it.
Yeah, how is the online co-op with that game?
It was cool. I was playing with Chris, and Chris's guy was tough, like maxed out. And there were some gang guys on the other side of a river shooting us. So I was like, I can't get there. Chris is like, oh, no problem, get in this car. So I hop in the car, and he just chucked me across the river. So while I'm in the air going over the thing, I leap out of the car, and I just start mowing down gang members as I'm like falling out of the car that he threw across the river. And then he just jumps over.
Yeah,
but it was just pretty slick.
It's just a fun game to create havoc. I mean, me and Rothbart spent a good hour and a half the other night just playing co-op in a town plaza, doing nothing but piling up cars and destroying as much stuff as possible.
Have either of you guys played in-person co-op? Can you even do that? Or is it just online co-op?
It's online only.
It does LAN co-op. You can do, but you have to have 2 systems.
Yeah, you need to have another Xbox 360 sitting there and another TV and...
It sounds like the characters all end up kind of the same, though. I mean, is it...
Yeah, they do.
You just
I think
tougher?
they're just different skins.
There's no skill tree or anything? You just kind of get tougher?
No, it's not like, City of
Heroes. That's what I wanted.
Grand Theft Auto, but you're a superhero.
Next topic.
Video games being blamed for death of comics.
Well, that's a switch.
It's not going to happen. That's where every movies, TV shows, and video games all get their content from comic books, so comic books can't ever go away.
Are we all here familiar with the title 2000 AD? It's a British comic book series, which was the platform for a lot of popular writers and artists like Alan Moore, Grant Morrison, Garth Ennis. They've been around for 30 years, and what they've seen is in the 80s, they were selling like 100,000 issues a week. And today, they sell barely 20,000 issues a week. And when they interviewed one of the artists who contributes a lot to this comic book series, guy's name was Ian Gibson, who worked on Judge Dredd, Halo Jones, Judge Dredd came from 2000 AD. And when Gibson was asked, why do we see this? He's saying, well, the comics market sadly is dying because the PlayStation has taken over and comics can't compete.
How about your comic book is called 2000 AD and it's 2007? It's kind of hard to be futuristic when it happened 7
when you're in the
ago.
past.
That's a good line. It's kind of hard to be futuristic when you're in the past.
The thing is, the overall comic industry in general has seen a downward trend over the last...
But it always does. They'll spit out a couple more movies and a couple other things, and it'll start spiking back up again.
I was going to say...
Wait till Spider-Man 3 comes out, and you're going to see a huge increase in Spider-Man subscriptions.
Mm-hmm. And then people will be like, oh yeah, comic books, I forgot how sweet these were. And then everybody starts buying them again. And 5 years later, everybody's like, God, I'm sick of keeping them up, all these comic book subscriptions. 5 years after that, oh God, comic books.
Next topic.
Mailbag!
From Symbolics on the forums. I have just recently started listening to VGS and now I am hooked. You guys do such a good job and really appeal to people like me who love to hear gaming news and opinions on such news. I was wondering if you could tell me how you guys got started doing this. That would be awesome.
I'll take this one because I love telling this story because I've told it 1,000 times. Back in the day, let's see, there was Bob, Keith, Chris, myself, Phil, and Tom a little bit. We used to sit online and play Diablo 2 and Raven Shield all night long, every night, and we'd do TeamSpeak. And one day, it was pretty much Chris said, we should record this and make a podcast out of it because I'm sure some dumbass out there would love to hear our stupid, witty banter. So one time we started playing and we recorded it while we were playing the game. And it pretty much just ballooned from there.
And
that's the short story.
Thousands of dumbasses that would like to hear this conversation.
Right. That's pretty much it. It started off by us just BSing while we were playing video games, and then one day we said, why don't we record this and put it on iTunes and see if anybody downloads it.
And then the rest is history.
And real quick here, we have a message from TC. First of all, I love the podcast, except for when one of you, don't know who, goes into some whacked out PC superiority gaming rant.
You could have that,
idea who that is.
It doesn't happen often, but I remember thinking...
It doesn't?
I remember thinking, F*** that guy. The average listener is not that hardcore.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, that guy.
I know.
He's dead to us.
There you have it, GamerCast Network Video Game Show, episode number 27. Any ham sandwiches for the people out there in the world?
Ham sandwich for Duff for putting up with us for an entire episode.
It was fun, Duff. Yeah.
Thanks for stopping by.
Oh yeah, it's been fun. Nice little
something. Sure is something. Good night. No more ham sandwiches for everybody else. We're keeping them all.
Yeah, we're hungry.
Keeping them for ourselves.
My own, my precious.
Someone bring me down, man. Bring me down.
Bring it down. Bring it down. Your power level's at like 9,000. I need you to about 500. Okay, I need you to come down.
Vegeta!
We're talking Saiyan, not Super Saiyan. Saiyan. Just bounce down here.
I'm just saying we need Saiyan.
Put the tail away.
Put the tail away. Put it away.
In all honesty here, have you guys realized that the word cereal and surreal sound very similar?